Hello there. So I've been hard at work getting something set up, kind of theory crafty, like I always tried to do last year. Um, Obviously for Leagues 3 this time. So there's a document in the background here that I want to show off and give everyone access to. So if you want to read it yourself and just go through it and decide if you like it before Wednesday, links in the description. It's view only, I think. Comments, I don't know. I didn't change any of those settings, so whatever's defaulted on here. Um, so main goals for me, I wanted to have a plan to start out efficient and give myself access to some things in the game past the starter. So mine ends up at Wintertodt. Uh, so these are the four skills I need: woodcutting, fire making, construction, herblore. The reason I need herblore is because if I get there fast enough, I'm gonna have to do solos. It'd be really cool if enough other people used a guide like this or made Wintertodt their goal that I wouldn't have to do solos day one. But whatever, if I do a couple of solos before anyone else gets there, just because I decided to way over prepare. Um, so getting to Wintertodt is kind of my guide. My main goals in the league are unlocking all the skills and just being able to play the game and kind of do all the quests without having to spend renown on questing. What else? With unlimited run energy and all the waystones, it's not going to be that annoying. This guide unlocks a lot of the waystones. It gets a couple of quests out of the way. Construction and Herblore are actually a couple of the expensive ones, so we earn quite a bit of renown in this guide. So, if you just want to click in the description, it's there. Otherwise, you can sit here and I'll explain my decisions a little bit along the way. All of these tasks are taken from Trailblazer League and from Twisted League. Now, Twisted League had a lot of reach level 20, reach level 40, reach level 60 as actual different achievements. Uh, Trailblazer League, I think, just had your first level 20, your first level 30, your first level 40. We know all the base level ones are probably going to be in the game again, but that requires you to unlock all of the skills, so I mean, it's probably worth doing. It's just a starter guide isn't going to get you there. So, where I start off, where I'm guessing a lot of people are going to start off, log in, pickpocket men. Going to alternate between pickpocketing men and fishing shrimp so you don't have to, you know, suicide to men and respawn. I feel like that's just a waste of time. Um, so if you don't have the Catherby Waystone, you should just unlock it right away. There should be one in Catherby, given the videos that we've seen so far. We've got a glimpse of the list of the Waystone teleports. So those are all listed on here in bold. Bank everything, get 15 fishing, and then you should get one anchovy. And then some tasks include cooking shrimp, cooking 5 pieces of food successfully, and burning food. So doing that. And then we bank, and we have 108 gold, assuming we start with the 25 we're supposed to, otherwise leave a few more men. The reason for that is we want a fishing rod for fishing contest, and we want 100 gold for sheep herder. So get those things: tinderbox, starter weapon, buy a fishing rod from Harry's. That's the fishing store in Catherby. Run north, start fishing contest. Run west to Sears Village. We're going to chop and burn a log. We can do both of those things. You're allowed to do the skill, you just won't get experience. Stop by Death's Domain. It's right by the yew trees. In Sears Village, you can get a garlic, which you need for fishing contest. Turn on defensive casting. We need level 5 defense. Equipping a spiny helmet has been a task in the past. So, 5 defense is good. Defensive casting is usually the most macro efficient way to use magic anyway, if you're just going for total experience. I will probably switch off defensive casting at 5 because high magic level is good. High defense level doesn't feel as good on an Iron Man when you can't just upgrade your gear. I don't know. Opinion thing there, I guess. Kill a chicken, get its feathers and meat. We need both. Kill a goblin, bury its bones. Bury the chicken's bones too, I guess. I don't know. I just don't like goblins. Run south to Ardoin. Ardoin. Trying to say Ardy and Ardoin at the same. Stop at the farm, kill a cow, get its meat, and piece together already. We're unlocking Herblore. We need all the meats. We are Arby's. Unlock the Ardy Waystone, steal cake until you have level 20, so you can steal some silk. You also want to steal a chocolate slice. That was a task in the past. Safe spot and kill a guard, also a task. Start and complete sheep herder. It costs you 100 gold, but you get 3,100 for the reward and 6 quest points because Sheep Herder is worth 3 times a master quest, I guess. 3,100 gold is our starter cash for all of this. We want 30 balls of wool and 10 ropes from the Arty General Store. A knife would be nice too because we're already a general store, why not? Grab the spade from Alina's house. We're going to get the Clue Hunter stuff. We're going to Wintertodt. Easiest thing to do is Clue Hunter, so we'll get all that on the way. Northwest, we get to safe spot a Moss Giant. Once again, a task. Run back to McGruber's Wood. We need Dwellberries and some red vine worms. You want multiple? You use them in more than just fishing contest. Dwellberries are used in Plague City, so you don't want to have to come back here because it's a pain in the butt and kind of out of the way. We needed a spade to get those in the first place, so that's why we had to go to Ardoyne first. Complete fishing contest. Home teleport can save time here, but you might have a few minutes left before the next time I ask you to use it, so whatever. Home teleport should be a task, so we're going to want to do it at some point just for the task. Get a rake from Dantera. She's right by the Catherby farming areas. Going to rake a patch. That should be a task. Purchase fishing bait. Should hit enter there. Lobster pot and harpoon. Lobsters and fishing swordfish should both be tasks. So at some point during this, when you're done with, later on we're going to do sea slug. When you're done with that, you should be able to do both lobsters and swordfish. Swordfish after lobsters, of course. We won't be quite 50 yet. No reason not to get those now. Bait fishing, catching a sardine and a herring are tasks. You're also going to want the sardine for Gertrude's cat, which is not a part of this guide, but you're going to want it. Purchase 15 pineapples at this point, now that we have money, and put them in the compost bin. That takes 90 minutes to grow. So we'll be back later. At this point, we have our first skill unlocks. This is where I guess this guide will probably get controversial, is because we're spending our first Sage's Renown on woodcutting and fire making. There's a reason for that. Those are cheap skills. They can very easily replace themselves. I was considering making agility a part of this. Agility also very quickly replaces itself. You should have 27 points right now, so you should have some extra. I did this whole guide assuming some things will not exist. We should be safe, though, with the extras I've planned. So we have 7 extra points right now. And we'll have more extra points later. It's not like that 7 gets tighter as this guide goes on. So you're going to want to get a jug and swamp paste from the charter ship. Fill the jug up when you can. We're about to do Monk's Friend. Bank, get these items. Chop a log, hold on to it. We need that for Monk's Friend. Waystone to Arty. Teleporting is going to be really nice. Chop and burn 13 logs after Monk's Friend. Chop and burn 36 oak logs. Should have 30 fire making. You're going to want ashes for quests. Might as well just take them now so you don't have to wait later. First quest I can think of that requires ashes is Prince Alley Rescue, which is not a part of this, but I do throughout the guide get you some of the items you'll want, just in case. Prince Alley Rescue has a lot of points behind it, actually, from squirk juices, so since we start with thieving, that's going to be probably a hot quest anyway. Just nice not have to pay money for the waystone, too. Do Sea Slug. There is an Arty medium task for fishing on the docks. If you use the Runelight quest helper, it'll tell you about that. Steal more cake. I'm going to get 200. I'm going to get 200 more than I already have. Later on in this guide, there's a lot of tanking random aggressive mobs. So, I just want more than I need. That and Wintertodt. Bank. Stuff again. Really tried to do a good job organizing this. Kill a bear north of Witch Haven. Bear meat. That should finish up all the meat we need. Nope, one more, rat. There's one easy place to get rat during this. Take the boat in Arty to Brimhaven. Unlock that waystone, of course. Begin the tribal totem quest. That's going to get us a good amount of thieving EXP. Run east on Karamja to the plantation. Fill a crate with bananas. You should get 10 gold for that. Congratulations. Head down to the Tsar area. Safe spot one of the creatures. Don't attack the weak one, the little white one. It will aggro other things. Don't attack a ranger or a major. They will kill you in one hit. Fair warning. Safe spot a lesser demon in the volcano. That should be easy. Run as far back into the stalagmites as you can. They are stalagmites. Stalactites are from the ceiling. I learned that one time. Safe spot a lesser demon. That was actually a medium task, which is cool because soon we're going to kill a greater demon for an easy task. Does that make sense? Run back through Brimhaven, get a pineapple at a plant, which was a task last time. Run past the Harpy Bug Swarms to get your Clue Hunter legs. Run south towards Taibowane. Get yourself some anti-poison. You know, just in case. Because there's some of those jungle savages that'll poison you for 12, which is more than you have health. So, yeah, might just want one of those on hand in case something randomly jumps out of the woods and sticks you. Get a few hundred Karambwanji. It's a task. We're not getting a cat in this guide, but you're going to want it for the cats. It's just a stackable food for cats. Maybe you do get the cat before Wintertodt, but you'll be 99 fire making in, what, 8, 9 hours? That's only 4 cats, so I don't know. I didn't spend the time doing it yet. I didn't put it in this guide. So in the Brimhaven dungeon, first of all, entering the Brimhaven dungeon is a task. Costs you 650 gold, but it's a task. The Greater Demon. There are fire giants on the way if you go upstairs too early. There are a lot of things in here that can one-hit you. So if you don't want to do this part, don't do it. Wilderness stuff later, same thing. If you don't want to do them, don't do it. They're a little risky. You can find some easier tasks. Maybe you do Prince Alley Rescue instead. Home teleport to Catherby to finish Tribal Totem. This is the first time I really want you using home teleport because you are in the Brimhaven dungeon. It's a little bit of a walk back. Do Hiziel Cult, a little more thieving experience. It's important to do that because now you have 40 thieving. Medium task, pickpocket a guard. Medium task, open 800 gold from pouches at once. Requires level 40 for guards. You're going to do this while stealing cakes. You don't really lose any HP then. Pickpocket a master farmer, another medium task. So we just did 3 medium tasks right there. Level 40 thieving might also be a medium task if we go off of the Twisted Leagues. Run south of Artie, enter Tree Gnome Village. This is the first place you come across a giant rat. So get yourself some rat meat. Start Tree Gnome Village. It'd be nice to be able to follow Elkoi, Balkoi. Which one is it? I don't know. Follow one of those to and from the outside of the maze. Port Khazard, mine tin and copper. I believe mining copper is a task, but we're going to want to make a bronze bar because bronze bar is also a task, smelting one. At Yanil, go to Alex Hunter Emporium. Lighting a torch is a task, so we want one, and then get your hunter starter kit. We also, talking to Alec, I believe, is an easy RD task. Easy Ardoin is not in here because it requires Plague City and Biohazard. I don't want to waste the mining experience from Plague City on no mining experience because it's not unlocked. So that's the only reason it's not a part of this. And it requires Snape Grass, which is way on the other side of the planet. So it wouldn't be the end of the world if we got it early. It's just we don't need the points. There's enough other points to get. Dig for the Clue Hunter Cloak outside the southeast wall of Yanil. Now we have all the Clue Hunter we need, all 4 pieces. That's max warm clothing. Back to Ardoin, complete the following tasks. Light your torch, chop and fletch some logs into arrow shafts. We got that knife earlier so that we could do this, and we'll need it for other things. Back in Artie, smelt a bronze bar. Bank, get this stuff in your inventory. Clearly we're about to do Druidic Ritual because we have the 4 meats. Waystone to Catherby. If it's been 90 minutes, if you've been playing a little bit slow, then you should be able to get Super Compost now. Otherwise, later on, like when you first unlock Varrock or something, you can Waystone back here, get it for a medium task, and then Waystone back to Varrock. Should take hardly any time at all. Purchase a few buckets, fill them with water. Water-filled buckets are always useful. Travel under White Wolf Mountain. It should be a shortcut now that we did fishing contest. Get a task from Turiel, get an enchanted gem, buy a spiny helmet. Getting a task from Turiel, checking your task, and wearing a spiny helmet are all easy tasks from the past. So, could be cool. Alright. Unlock the Herblore skill. This costs 30. I have, in this guide, 17 extra plant. 15 if you don't count the super compost, because that's a medium task from the past. Herblore can be skipped, but then you miss out on early questing lamps. And you don't get to solo Wintertodt, which isn't a problem if you don't start immediately. Druidic Ritual. I mean, we want to do this. Don't do it if you're going to skip Herblore, I guess. It'll save you 30 points, so you'll have more wiggle room. The last skill we're unlocking is Construction, so if you skip this, you're good. It's not the end of the world. It's just early Herblore lamps, and using the Agniel potions in Wintertodt. Run to Falador, unlock the Lodestone, run to Barb Village, get your 10k, get your fancy boots. If you Get the fighter boots, you're gonna have to click off this video now because I don't associate with those people. You get the fancy boots, right? Fighter boots. I know you're trying to be cool as a kid and wear the ones that make you look cooler, not the fancy boots. You know, the better rainbow ones that look better with literally every outfit in the game. But you do you. I just don't want to talk to you. Run to Ferox Enclave. We don't have the woodcutting level for a Waka canoe, so you do have to run there. We can, however, come back. You just can't go into the wilderness without a Waka canoe. You're going to want to buy a beer from the pub there because it's a task. Unlock the Waystone. There is a Waystone at Ferox Enclave, which is really nice. Regen pool, yeah. So, Graveyard of Shadows. 5 plank spawn. Get 13. You probably get 15 if you're world hopping. Bank them. And here's probably the hardest part of this guide. Get your starter weapon, get a knife, and you need a lot of cake. All right? If the starter weapon is not OP enough to carry us through this part, like it doesn't have enough charges or whatever, you may need to swap over to the Varrock part of this guide first and get yourself some Fire Strike runes, but either way, you can just jump and then just come back, and it's not too bad. So you might have to get creative with safe spots. The green dragons are the ones I'm most concerned with. After that, like you can flinch the Chaos Dwarfs. That's pretty easy. You need Dragon Bones for a medium task. You also need Lava Dragon Bones for a medium task. Lava Dragon Bones are the easiest because they're very simple to safe spot. Pray at the West Altar, the Chaos Altar, and then you want to use your Dragon Bones on them. The task for Lava Dragon Bones is burying them, so actually bury them. I'm not sure if offering them is going to do it. So then we want to run north, go into the Deep Wilderness dungeon. There's a task here for killing a fire giant in the wilderness, but they can one-hit you, and I don't think there's good safe spots. So I'm not going to do it. This is one I'm not comfortable with. I could go explore it right now on a different account, but I just don't know if it's worth it. It's just an easy task. So we're going to leave, go to the Mage Arena Bank. That's why we brought the knife. Opening the bank should be an easy task. Home teleport. Hopefully we're back to that now. We've done a lot of running around. So Waystone to Ferox. Make a canoe back to Edgeville. Run to Varrock. Pickpocketing a Varrock guard is different than pickpocketing a guard. So this should be a whole new medium task. Petting the stray dog's an easy task. Then we should bank. Get all this stuff. I'm just asking you to equip things because why not? I mean, it's just tank stats. Buy stabs. I'm going to get air and fire. Believe we have plenty of money for what we need to do. I don't think we've even spent the whole 3,000 gold we got from Sheep Herder, let alone the 10k you got from Barbarian Village. Stock up on air and mind runes if you need them. We're not really going to be doing any combat until after Wintertodt, but they're just nice to have. If the starter staff is OP, you may not need to spend the money right now. I guess we'll see what they give us for starter items. Activate the Varrock Waystone, of course. Steal some tea. Easy task. Do Romeo and Juliet. Easy task. Get red berries. You need them for a bunch of quests. Purchase a pink skirt from Thessalia's clothing store. That's for Prince Ali Rescue. Mine clay. Turn it into soft clay. Prince Ali Rescue. Could skip it. Buy 3 beers from Blue Moon Inn. Could skip it. Run south toward Lumbridge and kill a cow for its hide. Alright. Back on tasks. Gonna go through the Alcard gate. Tan a cowhide. Activate the Waystone. Going through the gates of tasks, so is tanning a cowhide. Start Prince Ali Rescue now. Head to Lumbridge Castle. Activate Lumbridge Waystone. Begin and do Cook's Assistant, and you can begin X marks a spot and try to do it quickly by doing it while you do other quests. You need to cook something on the chef's range, so grab a raw shrimp, I guess. Get an extra pot of flour and bucket of milk for future quests. Plague City needs a bucket of milk. Prince Ali Rescue needs a pot of flour, so those are at least one extra of each you're going to want. Deposit all your extra stuff. Bring your 20 balls of wool from the bank. We bought 30 earlier just to speed up this part. I'm just going to go turn those in right away. You do still want to grab a pair of shears from Fred's farmhouse and shear a sheep so that you can go spin its wool. That should also be a task. Now I want you to start Rune Mysteries. Complete X marks a spot in Rune Mysteries. You're going to use the lamp on Herblore if you can. If you don't have Herblore construction, I guess, it's getting some early construction. Anyone who's done Wintertodt knows that those early construction levels make Wintertodt really pick up the pace quick. Completing the beginner clue from X marks the spot should get you a task. That might be a pain in the butt, but I think it's always one step, so I think it's worth doing. I'm going to do it. Enter Draenor Manor is an easy task. Teleport to the Essence Mine. You can just do that with Cedrador in the basement. Get a Rune Essence. Use the Air Talisman from Rune Mysteries to locate the Air Altar. That's a task. Enter Create an Air Rune. Creating a rune from Essence and specifically an Air Rune are both easy tasks. Head to the Ham Hideout. Pickpocket Ham members until you have a Steel Axe, Steel Pickaxe, 2 Rusty Swords, and some buttons. Buttons are for Ava's Accumulator later. The Steel Axe and Steel Pick are for tasks. Mining with a Steel Axe, or Pickaxe, and Woodcutting with a Steel Axe are each an easy task. So that's the next thing we do is chop a log with the Steel Axe, but don't drop the log. You're going to want to unlock the construction skill. Oh, hey, I can click these boxes. So this is the last skill we're going to unlock, and we just unlock Wintertodt. So we have a 20-point margin of error here, and we have no idea how much Wintertodt costs. I'm guessing it's going to be 10 or 20, unless they consider it a strong piece of content, but it doesn't have that great of rewards, so I don't know how they're scaling that. Anyway, we're going to Waystone to Varrock. We're going to bank. We're getting Daddy's home stuff. Get a hammer from the Varrock General Store. At the start of Daddy's home, you can get a saw from that house. You're going to turn your extra log into a plank and get 300 steel nails. You don't need that many, but they're for the future. You'll want them. Teleport outside your house. You get a house teleport tab. Reason for this is because there's 2 more easy tasks, entering your house and building a parlor. If you don't need those tasks, you don't have to do them. It's just part of this guide because they are easy tasks. And the parlor is the cheapest, tied with a basic garden. So home teleport or get to some waystone. I don't know where they're going to put our house initially. I wonder, because we have access to everything, so maybe Rimington, but our starting area is Camelot, which is closer to, I don't know. Why even worry about it? Just get to a waystone. Now we're going to do Client of Kourend. We banked to grab a feather because that should be the only item we need. After doing Client of Kourend, we get 2 lamps, which should get us 300 times 5 is 1.5k each. 3,000 Herblore XP. Then put the favor on Piscarilius, because anyone who's done all the Kourend favor knows that one's the suckiest to start. Unlock the Kourend Waystone. The only ones you have left to do are Mauritania, and there might be Palnivnich. There might be one in the desert, but Prifddinas. Prif and Mauritania we're obviously not getting to, but we should have pretty much the rest. There's the Relica one, I forgot. We won't have the Relica one from this guide, but there is not one in the Gnome Stronghold, which is going to make that a bit of a walk until we have the Grand Tree, the tree teleport system. And at this point, hopefully we have enough points for Wintertodt. If everything in this guide is as many points as I think it is, we have over 20 points still. So fingers crossed, otherwise go do some easy tasks. So this is, in my mind, just a great way to start. You'll have access to some skills. You'll be able to 99 something quick, which should give you a lot more Sage's Renown. And there's obviously going to be Wintertodt tasks. So if this doesn't pan out, oh, at least I unlocked Herblore and Construction. Those are kind of important. But yeah, thanks for sticking with it if you watch the whole thing. Might just do little update videos that aren't gameplay videos where I just show off my day-to-day progress. I'm not sure. I like making this kind of stuff and I like playing the game, but recording myself just playing the game and editing it together later when it's not purposeful just isn't my thing. So hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the league.